Hello, and welcome to another edition of Wellness Wednesday, Three Questions. This is my short YouTube show where I ask my clients three questions about mental health. The whole purpose of doing the show is to eliminate stigma with mental health. And so I am so happy to have my special guest with me today. And I'll just ask her first question, and that's simply tell us about yourself. Who are you, please?
Hi, everyone. My name is Melvina Ford. I am, wow. Okay, so I have a degree in metaphysical science, and underneath that goes holistic counseling and coaching, as well as I'm a Reiki master, meditation therapist. I also have a certification in cognitive behavioral therapy. And those are the things that I pretty much work in surrounding health of pretty much everyone, but my main goal is to help women.
Mm, okay, beautiful. Thank you for that. Welcome to the show today.
Yeah.
Well, you do a lot. You do a lot. Thank you so much for all that you do. By the way, I follow you on social media and we have a special relationship. We go way back. And so I really appreciate you being here today. Second question, why is mental health important to you?
Mental health is important to me because when we look at what the world is going through right now, the one thing we don't seem to look at is what someone as an adult especially has gone through in their life growing up as a child. We don't know what kind of traumas they've been through, what triggers are happening within their life. We just don't know. So we assume when we look at everyone, until we hear their story. I never knew that was, we think I didn't, you don't look like someone that has gone through something like that. So we don't truly understand a person until we hear their story. And a lot of people have been told growing up to be quiet about a lot of things that have happened to them. Ergo, when you are quiet, you can't heal. And a lot of people don't realize that. You're holding all this trauma in, you're not talking about it because this is what you were told to do, and this is how you were raised, but yet you're still dealing with this trauma inside because you've never had the chance to get it out, and it causes a lot of the things that people deal with in regards to bipolarism or schizophrenia, or those are just a couple of the things that people go through. So it needs to
Okay.
be truly addressed and understood. People, instead of just labeling them crazy, no, there's a reason we all, whatever, who all,
Yes.
whatever you're dealing with, there's a reason that we go through it. So it needs to be talked about more and understood more.
I love that you're saying that. So if I can just repeat, what I hear you saying is that mental health is important because a lot of people don't talk about it. And if we talk about mental health, we're able to open up about certain things and learn who they are, as opposed to just assuming who they
Yes,
are. And
yes,
so what I'm hearing you saying is mental health is kind of at the, that's kind of where it starts. Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Good. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that perspective. My next question for you is, now I know you've done a lot of things, and I'll ask you about your book in a little bit. Actually, your two books, but I know you've been in professional spaces and you've gone to conferences and things. So my question to you is, there's a concept called, well, it's public stigma. It's not really a concept, it's a thing. And basically what that involves is that's the negative or discriminatory practices or views towards either people with mental illness or just towards mental illness or mental health, anything mental health. There's a public stigma about mental health. And so in your opinion, how do we kind of eliminate that? What are some things, one or two things that we can do in the public sector to help eliminate some of those mental health stigmas in the public?
One thing that we really need to address a lot more are those of us, myself included, that have gone through some type of mental health situation we need to be more open, more honest about what we've gone through, take the mask off, you know, come from behind the veil and reveal, this is who I am. And this is why I do what I do. This is what I've been through, because a lot of times we don't even know who else is out there who really wants to tell their story, or who really wants to get the help. But they're, because of, again, the stigma, like you just mentioned, they're afraid. It puts a fear within people. So there's like, I'm not going to say anything because such and such, you know, they talk about me, or my mom, again, back to the parents, my mom and dad made me feel like that was not necessary. It was just a part of life, you know. But for me, when I went through my my situations and I came out of it, it was because I addressed the triggers. That's another thing we need to do. We need to start addressing those situations instead of running from them. We're quick to, the one thing that I learned about mental health with myself, especially dealing with depression and attempted suicide, and those are triggers. And some feel like we shouldn't say certain things because they are triggers. But the thing about it is, how are you going to heal unless you address the triggers?
Yes.
That's where the healing begins. So becoming more transparent and addressing those triggers and finding out where they started in order to heal. I think those are important.
Okay, good. Even in the public spaces, even when we're in public, even when we're, you know, teaching or presenting, what I'm hearing you say is just remove the mask. It's okay to wear different hats as professionals, but also embrace, you know, kind of what's going on with mental health, with your own mental health. Okay, beautiful. I like that. Speaking of that, so that quickly takes me, this is I've been cheating lately. It's normally 3 questions, but we got people writing books and, you know, doing trainings and things. And so I'm compelled to ask the 4th question to you as an author. First of all, can you tell me a little bit about the books that you've written?
Sure.
And
So
I don't want to keep you here long, but, you know, whatever you want to share, and then tell us where we can find the books.
Okay. So the 2 books that I've written, it's actually going to be a trilogy. I just haven't done the 3rd one yet. They're under the initial title called What the Hell. The first one is What the Hell, A Life Testimony. This was basically my healing journey. Everything that we basically just kind of like covered, that first book gives the story of it all. Everything that I had been through emotionally. And the second book, which is What the Hell, Her Rise from the Ashes, is how I started my healing journey, which took about 20 years.
Wow.
And they're both on Amazon.com. You can order on paperback or you can order it Kindle.
Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much. You know, by coming here today and, you know, kind of sharing a little bit about your story and talking about your books really helps to eliminate stigma. And again, that's what the show is all about. So I really appreciate you sharing your time and your story with us. And, you know, keep up the great work. Keep up the great work. You're very welcome. This has been Wellness Wednesday, 3 questions. If you would like to be a guest on the show, as always, you can reach me, and the phone number is 262-207-4130, or you can visit our website, and that is www.ptaylorconsulting.com. Thank you.